Let's talk about a new job opportunity from Tesla. It sounds like a complete game changer, but, and there's always a but, isn't there? It comes with a catch so fascinating, it feels like we've jumped straight into the future. It's one of those offers that sounds a little too good to be true, and well, as we're about to see, it just might be. So, it all kicks off with this number, $48. Yep, that's the starting figure. If you're out there looking for a new gig, that's a number that's pretty hard to ignore. Tesla's moving into a whole new arena, and it looks like they are ready to pay top dollar to get there. That's right, $48 an hour. In a world where finding a really good paying job can feel impossible, this kind of wage makes that whole American dream thing feel a lot more real. That's the kind of money that can genuinely make a difference for someone. So that's the big question, isn't it? What on earth does Tesla want you to do for nearly 50 bucks an hour? Well, the answer isn't about building cars or designing batteries. It's about teaching something new how to be, well, human. Okay, so here's the deal. The job is to train Tesla's new humanoid robots. Yeah, you heard me. We're talking about machines that are designed to move and act just like people. And for them to do that, they need a good teacher. They need to learn from you. The whole process is actually pretty straightforward. First, you put on this special suit, the kind with sensors all over it that track your every move. Then you just do normal stuff. The robot watches you, it learns from you, and it mimics your actions. It gets a little more human-like with every single task you complete. And we're not talking about learning complex engineering here. You'd be teaching the robot how to wash dishes, or fold laundry, or even just let the dog out. One of the hosts we sourced even joked about training it to grab the Cheerios from the top shelf. You're literally teaching it to do all the things you might want a robot to do for you someday. But here it is, the catch. The big, obvious, can't-miss-it complication right at the heart of this dream job. See, every move you teach it, every single task it masters, brings it one step closer to making your job, well, obsolete. It's such a weird position to be in, getting paid to actively make yourself redundant. Let's break this down, because this is the core of it. For you, it's a fantastic paycheck right now. But for them, the long-term goal is to create a workforce that doesn't need a paycheck, doesn't take breaks, and definitely never calls in sick. You are literally being paid to create your own replacement. This quote from our source material just says it all, perfectly. The very definition of success in this job is the exact moment the robot doesn't need you anymore, and you're not just out of your high-paying training gig. That same robot could then go on to do all sorts of other jobs for way less than a human worker. But the concerns go way, way beyond just job loss. This is where we go from a simple economic problem into something that starts to feel a lot more like science fiction. Because when these robots are designed to be in our homes, not just in factories, a whole new set of fears pops up. And that's the question that really changes the whole conversation, right? We're kind of used to robots on an assembly line, but what does it actually mean to have an intelligent, humanoid machine sharing your personal space, learning your daily routines, and becoming a part of your life? And the source material explores some pretty dark possibilities here. I mean, what if a robot, which is maybe designed to be bulletproof for safety, decides to quarantine you in your own home? There are no guarantees. And what about privacy, when a system exists that could let a complete stranger remotely control the robot inside your house, watching everything? Then you've got the fact that a lot of tech gets its start in, let's call them dark places, which raises some serious concerns that these human-like robots could be used to feed some really dangerous fetishes. This reaction from one of the hosts in our source really sums it all up. The whole idea of letting a remotely controlled robot into your home to learn your life, it feels like it was ripped straight out of a script for that show. It's an unsettling thought that makes this all feel very, very real. But, okay, as scary as all that is, there's another side to this, a really powerful counter-argument. And it's basically this: you can't stop progress. The fear of the unknown is totally understandable, but trying to fight against the entire wave of technology might be the biggest mistake of all. And this is the central analogy from the source. Resisting this kind of tech could be like someone 100 years ago refusing to get in a car, insisting that they just need to train a faster horse. Pushing back against AI and robotics might just be a losing battle, one that makes us miss out on all the good things that could come from it. So for a lot of people, this isn't some huge ethical debate. It's about being practical. Hey, if you've got a degree but can't find a job, taking a $48 an hour gig to pay the bills just makes sense. You're not necessarily saying you love the technology forever. You're just making a smart choice for yourself right now. And that leaves us with the final question, doesn't it? Is this the inevitable price we pay for progress, or is it a dangerous step into a future we can't control? Given the choice, the cash right now versus the long-term consequences, what would you do? Would you train your replacement?